musicals, not flops. We don't say flops. That was Jenna Leigh Green singing from the musical Comedy. Comedy, in our series, we mostly feature off-Broadway and Broadway short-lived shows, but this musical is super special because it actually closed out of town. Tonight, that makes it super special. Comedy was supposed to open at the Martin Beck, but it closed at the Colonial Theater in Boston in 1972 and never came to Broadway.
The show was a commedia dell'arte musical, and it was fast-paced and filled with gags, impressions, and slapstick. The basic premise involved a shipwreck that stranded castaways on an island ruled by the great magician. He turned lovers into enemies, families into strangers, men into animals, and so forth, much in the style of A Midsummer Night's Dream. But the story was just a thin thread to string together jokes and songs.
Most of the information I found about Comedy, the musical, was in a book at the library called A Guide to Shows That Died A-Borning. It's like a really uplifting book. I'm going to read the whole thing. No, I really am. Comedy was produced by Godspell producer Edgar Lansbury, and its silly skits had much in common with the style of that show. Godspell had actually been just a year earlier than Comedy. There were several in the cast who were notable, including George Lee Andrews and George S. Irving. Everyone in the cast was actually named George. No, I'm just after Comedy, I'm doing okay so far.
That's good. Like George Foreman named all his children George.
The little-known musical comedy actor George Foreman. After Comedy closed, it was reworked and opened off-Broadway with the title Smile, Smile, Smile the next year. This version starred Chip Zien and Gary Beach. It was each of their off-Broadway debuts. They received one of the shortest New York Times Clive Barnes reviews ever. Smile, 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 I didn't. I have a really good drinking game for tonight. It's drink, everyone has drinks, right? Drink every time Clive Barnes is cranky. Drink every time you hear a Curtis Hallbrook show. That's another one. And drink anytime something theatrical is turned into a parking lot. So that's the game for tonight. Also, if you really want to get drunk, drink every time you see an original cast member of one of the shows. But that's only if you really want to get drunk. So.
This is a classy establishment. So, back to Comedy, a musical named Comedy, which is very hard to Google. Musical comedy. A lot of stuff that comes up, but despite Comedy's flaws, it did have some fun scenes, including one where audience members were given fruit to throw at the stage.
Don't do that. Don't do that, though.
Must have hurt. It also had some great songs in a wide variety of styles, from rock to country to bubblegum pop.